Coming up next week, we'll be inviting you to return your commitment. So we want to talk about those a little bit in a few additional ways. I think we've got the next slide. Your commitment allows us to plan for the year ahead. Vera shared for a few of those possibilities, and we can go to the next slide. I think we want to share some of the goals for our ministry funding plan in 2023. We want to expand our mercy and justice support in the life of our church. We have some good missions work, and we are part of the Topeka Jump Network. We want to lean into that in the year ahead to be able to commit more resources to make a difference, to be a force for good in Topeka and the world beyond. We want to fully fund our mission shares and agency support. Holly Tapley, our conference staff, spoke about this a couple weeks ago. This is what it means to be a part of a United Methodist Church. We are at work, you are at work in Florida, in the Ukraine, because we are a part of a global denomination, and our mission shares are what our conference invites us to give to help be a part of that work. We're not budgeted for 100% this year. We would love to plan for 100% next year. As Vera mentioned, we'd like to fully fund a staff person to connect with youth and young adults. We also want to see if it'd be possible to expand staff benefits to aid in recruitment and retention. Right now, the only benefit we offer our staff is outside of your pastor who has those benefits through the conference, is paid time off. So we'd love to be able to see if there's some other ways that we might support our staff in a variety of ways. We also want to ask some of just the frequently asked questions. I hear these every year about making a commitment, and some people wonder, what is the best way to give? The very best way for you to give is however you want to. But seriously, if there is the best way to give is to give online. You can go to swumc.org/give. When you give online and you use your bank account, it minimizes the fees. There's less fees when you give with your bank account. It costs less to give online with your bank account than a first-class stamp. In fact, you can give twice online for less than the cost of a first-class stamp these days. And when you set up regularly giving, it allows your spiritual practice to be automatic, just like many of the essentials in your life. Some people say, what if I can't commit to giving? I am in a place where I'm uncertain about what my income is. Perhaps your income is zero right now, and that's okay. And if that's the case for you, I invite you to complete a card and return it. Just write 0 on that commitment. You can change that at any time if your situation changes. And then people say, well, how much am I supposed to give? Well, I invite you to commit to giving a percentage of your income. The Bible teaches us to give a tithe, the first 10% of what we earn. And if you can't commit to that, I invite you to start where you are, to maybe consider adding 1% of your income to increase each year in the years ahead. Most importantly, pray. Ask God. Be in conversation with those in your household about your generosity goals, and that's how you can make a commitment in the years ahead. Some people say, well, Andrew, if I'm supposed to make a percentage of my income, how am I supposed to figure that out? Is it my gross income or my net income? How do I figure this percentage? Either one. Nicole and I have tithed our net income for our entire married life, and here's how we calculate our commitment. We each get a paycheck twice a month, and so we add those numbers together. We multiply it by 24. That's our take-home pay for the year. We move the decimal point to the left, and that's our starting point for the year ahead. Then we consider how far beyond this that we might be able to go to support the goals of the church's ministry funding plan. We set up regular online giving with our bank account as a payment method. We give each month and cover the processing fee. As a church, you vote on my salary every year. And Nicole, as well as United Methodist pastor, our salaries are public information. So I want to share with you our commitment to support the church's ministry funding plan. We're planning to return a commitment card for the year of $12,555.24. We'll give $1,046.27 each month to support our church's work in the year ahead, and we invite you to return a commitment as well. For those of you that are active members in the life of the church, you'll be receiving a commitment envelope in the mail this week. If you are not a member, or if you would like to pick one up today, you can find this on the welcome table. They'll be available next week as well. You can fill out your information here on the left-hand side. There's a box to put your 2023 commitment. We'll invite you to to complete that and bring it with you next Sunday. We will present them as an act of worship during our final song. If you will be online, or if you're online with us tonight, if you will not be here next month, we invite you to seal that envelope, put a stamp on it, and you can return it by mail to the life of the church. I invite you to support our ministry funding plan in 2023 so that God can continue to work through us to be a part of God's work in the world.